Morning. I'm coming live for you from the beach. I'm going to share with you some things that are on my mind. I'm going to start with technology. First of all, this morning I recorded a live video, and I'm getting up here in the lifeguard because I've always been curious about the view from the lifeguard's chair. And this is what the world looks like in Myrtle Beach from the lifeguard's chair. I'm high above, so I climb these two stairs. And what I started talking about this morning has to do with being brave enough to come and do a live recording, to hit record as a 63-year-old retired educator who has a goal of supporting Black professionals who work in private schools, because I am a retired Black professional who used to work in private schools. So back in April, I created a business that I call Our Own Lane, because oftentimes we're driving along in life and we can swerve over into other people's lanes. One of the lanes that I am passionate about has to do with technology. Having been born before the internet, I'm older than the internet. Once it started to come in 1998, when I started my career working in private schools, I had just gone to school to learn about technology. I got my second degree. My first degree was in electronics. My next degree was in computer information systems. Hello, if you're here, can you give a thumbs up, a wave, put a comment down below, wherever you can put a comment, so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. If you're here, I would love for you to engage, and I promise you that I will respond. So anyway, the technology that has popped up since, hi keyboard, thanks for commenting, I appreciate it. What I'm talking about is learning how to use this technology, why I'm out here. Hello, Mason Higgins. Thank you for saying hello. Thanks for engaging with my content. I am a 63-year-old retired educator. I worked in private schools for 25 years. And my goal with my channel now, I finally found my purpose. I had hi Sophia. Nice to see you. Hi. Anything to say hi. I appreciate it. My goal with using this technology is because when I retired from working in schools, I didn't have a way to continue to teach. And I'm interested in sharing my knowledge. What did I learn after 25 years? You know, there are a lot of people who, when they retire, they take up gardening. Thank you for liking it. Nice dress. Thank you. I'm on the beach, so I've got my swimsuit cover up on. I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I am decided that I would go live because I'm learning how to use the technology, and I am not like, thank you, Sophia. What beach am I at? I am at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. One of my favorites, because this is what I love, is that the sun came up this morning over the ocean. There is nothing more beautiful in my opinion, and I love to be outside. and I am blessed to be able to. I joined a travel club back in 2001, and when they have excess inventory, am at in the U.S. Where are you, Sophia? Um, where exactly? The yellow and white hotel. I went to the beach. That's the one I stayed at. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. To be able to stay, I'm staying in this blue one here and be 25 feet from the ocean. It doesn't matter what's going on inside the hotel when the weather is beautiful. And when you come in August, the weather is warm enough that you can just, it rained the first few days I was here. And so, yeah, I'm a solo traveler. I'm traveling through this whole world. You stayed in the blue one, Sophia, nice. I'm traveling through this world. I was born solo, and I am traveling through this world solo. And I worked in 5 different private schools, and my goal is to share the knowledge. What, after you've worked and lived for 25 years, if you think about your parents, we all have parents, right? And we look at them, and if they were able to work their career and then make it to the other side of that career. I have a friend who talks about retirement every single day. I've been officially retired for 2 years, almost 3 years since I actually had a full-time. Can you go to Kahari? Where is that? I've been a few places. Next slide, go to Kahari. Say more, Sophia. Tell me I love a challenge. I love a challenge. Tell me what you're talking about. Yeah, while I was working and raising my 2 children, I traveled for my 50th birthday. I went to South Africa, and I did a tandem skydive, which I loved. And then I went back to my school, and then I've been to Ghana, I've been to Namibia, I've been to Tel Aviv, Jordan. I was able to float in the Dead Sea. Yeah, I've had a lot of experiences. It's a water park. Sophia, I've got this whole ocean in front of me. Maybe if I bring my grandson, I'll go to the water park. Because where I live is, I live in the mountains in Virginia. So I don't get to see what I'm seeing right now, which is just the ocean and the sun coming up over the ocean. I'm gonna look up Kahari. Yeah, the ocean. It is just so amazing to me. So back to why I started Our Own Lane, and I started it back in April in the hopes that I would get Black professionals who work and live in private schools to join me and to come together as a community so that they don't feel so isolated. I worked in boarding schools as well as day schools. I worked at a girls' school and trying to build community. Yeah, you are the only one watching, but that's okay, Sophia. I'm here. You and me. If you know the Bible says where 2 or more are gathered. And the thing about doing this live is it's live right now, and people will come in. My friend Stephanie Perry, who has a channel, Stephanie Perry says what she says. Oh, and Mason's here. Yay! Stephanie Perry will say, if you're watching this live, engage, give a thumbs up, wave, say hi. And if you're watching this in the future, say hello. If you happen upon this video and you see my face and you know that I am here to spread joy, um, and while I learn this technology, uh, where are you right now, Sophia? Where are you? Mason, where are you? There are so many things going on in this world that I have decided from now until my last breath, I am going to spread joy. And there are times when I get a little nervous about, you're at your house. Where's your house? um, I there's so much chaos in the world that I have decided that I am going to spread joy instead. That's why I decided to hop on. Later on today, I have a group of people that I meet with, and we just talk about being on YouTube. YouTube for beginners. Kevin De Garcia is located in Toronto, Canada, and he has a school community, SKOOL, called YouTube for Beginners. If you're interested in learning more about starting your own YouTube channel, that's where I'm getting my lessons from. Kevin and a group of us are interested in talking about thumbnails and going live and those kinds of things. And personally, there are a lot of times that I think about my content, and there are a lot of times that I think about, well, how am I going to get my message out to the people via other venues and avenues. So I found a woman named Arlen Hamilton, who you're having a party today. What's the party about? Today is my brother's birthday morning. Today is my brother's birthday. So he might be having a party as well. He lives in Las Vegas here in the United States. So yeah, I'm talking about the technology that I have to learn how to use and learn how to interact with people online, live, as well. Sometimes I record my videos and just post them. And sometimes, just like back in the day when I used to be a classroom teacher, I like to interact and just speak from my heart. So that's what I'm doing. I am sitting on the lifeguard's chair until they come and tell me to get off of there, lady, you're not a lifeguard. And then I'm gonna go and get my day started. But I wanted to come on live to say our own lane community that I built. Yes, I'll tell him you said happy birthday. Our own lane community is live, and registration enrollment for Black professionals who work in private schools. Registration will close this coming Friday, August the 14th. And then we're gonna spend time getting to know each other in that community, offering support while they wait for schools to get started again. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. Hey, Sophia. Hi, Sophia, sister. What's your sister's name, Sophia? Yeah, we're going to get to as the adults. If you don't know, like I was talking about your parents, right? Thank you. If your parents have lived long enough where they're on the other side of their career and they're not working anymore, Maya? Hi, Maya. Hope I pronounced that correctly. They are looking for things to do. Tell them they should get online. They should go on YouTube and tell people what they did with their careers. How did they make it to have adult children, have children who are now on YouTube themselves interacting with with live folks, with strangers, right? It's important that those of us who have lived a life that we share our journey with the world. That's my belief, and that's what I'm doing. And so as I look out and watch these people frolic in the water, I think it's so beautiful. The diversity of the people who are here. And there are some people that are just getting their day started. Uh, how did you know my name is Maya? I don't know. I phonetically sounded it out. And remember, I was a classroom teacher for 25 years. And I had students from all over the world. When I worked in boarding schools, I had students who came to study at my school, boarding school that I spent 16 years at a school in Princeton, New Jersey. And my students would come from all over the world. Taiwan, Japan, Spain, Turkey, and they're in the United States also. Some of them came just from down the street. And I only said my sister his name is Maya. Yeah, as I'm reading the comments. M-I-A-H. And I see Sophia. And so, yeah, working in boarding schools, working in day schools, it can be a little lonely sometimes. And that's why, especially for the adults. So I have created my community to help alleviate some of that loneliness. People ask me all the time, well, what is the pain that you are trying, what is the problem you're trying to solve? The problem that I'm trying to solve is I don't want anybody to be at their school and feel like they are alone. And if I can fill some of that gap, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my experience to do that. So this is my second live today. Oh, this is my second live today that I've tried to use the technology. And your brother is watching with you. Awesome. Very nice. It's a family affair. I have 3 brothers. One whose birthday is today. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go and see if I can get this live to stop. Last time I literally had to shut my phone off because my screen is cracked and it wouldn't let me end the live. Thanks for being here. If you're a Black professional who works in private schools and you want to have mentorship by someone who has 25 years of experience, please join the Our Own Lane community. For the others, for Mason and Maya and Sophia, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Bye.